welcome to the dog store in Delray. I'm Annabelle, and I wanted to go ahead and show you all a little bit about the chew bar that we've got in here. It's one of our new additions where we've got a lot of cool stuff for every size, breed, chewing style of dog. One of my favorite things is we've included the majority of the Vital Essentials raw chew options. So we've got things like the freeze-dried turkey necks, salmon skins, and duck feet. I really like the idea behind this because raw food is going to be really highly nutritious. And so the ability to go ahead and bring it in, even if you're not feeding raw, if you're snacking raw, you're still getting that nutritious benefit from it, as opposed to just some of the more processed kind of treats that are a little bit more calorically dense, but not necessarily as good for them. We also have a lot of different options for kind of our heavier chewers. We've got elk antlers and moose antlers, as well as quite a few different bones. And my personal favorite is the water buffalo horn, mostly because my guy is a power chewer for sure. All of the bones that we carry and have are either going to be completely raw or slow smoked, low temp. So there's no moisture added back in the process. We don't carry anything that's been high pressure processed or pasteurized, which means that everything we have here is going to be as likely to shatter as a raw bone, which is still negligibly likely. I give my dogs at least one bone a week minimum, and I have for over 10 years. We've never had an issue because I make sure to get ones that are going to be properly processed and handled. I don't need to worry about them shattering or breaking. Another favorite, particularly of my husky, Artemis, is these yak chews. It's cow and yak's milk mixed with lime juice and then dehydrated and compressed in salt. So they're actually really hard, and as they chew on it, it kind of loosens up a little bit, and it's a long-lasting chew. We get at least 5 to 8 days out of these in my house, which is pretty impressive because a regular deer antler, we only get about 2. Another thing that I really like, because it lasts so long, are our marrow bones. So this one's actually completely raw still. It's been air dried. So again, no moisture has been added to it, and you're still getting all of that nutritious value. We do also have the smoked version, so if you're looking for something that's a little bit less fatty, or you've just got to pick your dog who kind of likes that smoky flavor, we've got options. We also have some kind of unique protein options. My dog has allergies, so I'm a big fan of making sure that everybody's got some options. So here we've got a buffalo rib, which is a great option for dogs that maybe need something a little bit leaner than beef, but are still okay with red meat. We've got things like tripe cookies, where it's literally just green tripe, eggs, and a little bit of water and vinegar just to process it down. We've also got great things like chicken feet. We have them individually and in the multi-packs, so you can go ahead and grab a few after you find out if they like them. We also carry duck feet that have been dried or freeze-dried. And these are great. A lot of people worry about bird bones, not necessarily knowing that the short bones, like the ones that are going to be in the neck and the feet, are pretty much just crunchy treats. They're going to be able to go ahead and break down super easily. So it's just it's like a great big potato chip, honestly. Not going to worry about any of the splintering or things that you have with like a chicken wing bone or something like that. Along those lines, we do also have, and some people are a little put off by it, I understand, we have chicken necks that have been freeze-dried. Like I said, the turkey necks have been a huge hit. Everybody seems to really love them. They're kind of a medium snack, so you get about 10 to 15 minutes out of it for most dogs. We also have duck necks, so maybe you're looking for something a little bit more interesting. Maybe it just looks like it's more fun. We also have a few different options that are going to be really good for dental health. One of my favorites is the Crump's Plaque Buster. So this is actually going to be citrus peel and oyster shell. So it's a great natural way to go ahead. The citrus helps break down the plaque on the teeth, while the oyster actually helps to mechanically knock it off and clean the teeth. We also have our tripe sticks. We have a couple of different sizes depending on the dog. And while they don't look like much, the way that they're wrapped is actually really good for teeth. It's going to kind of let their teeth get in between all these little ridges and go ahead and knock off all that plaque again. Kind of just keeping the dental health as an added bonus to them enjoying these types of chews. We've got everything from, you know, little bitty dog sizes to great big ones too. So when choosing a chew, you want to make sure that you're going to get one that's too big to fit entirely in their mouth at any point. So we know that we've got some smaller dogs that the knuckle might be a little bit too big for, or it might just be a little bit too heavy. So we have gone ahead and gotten these fillets where it's essentially just a slice of this knuckle taken off. So it's a good, long-lasting, safe chew, but it's got a ton of that marrow that's going to be really enticing to the dogs. We also, on the chew bar, have a few just little snacks. We've got these like lamb horn marrow chips, where they are just the internal marrow of a lamb horn that's been sliced up, and it's a really good, crispy, quick little treat. You can break them in half, but it's a great single source protein, really high in protein, high in fiber. So something that's kind of unique and interesting that a lot of places might not have. Good for dogs that have a lot of allergies, maybe can't handle the traditional beef bully sticks or anything like that. We've got plenty of options. So we don't carry any traditional rawhide in the store, but we do have a few things that are either very similar or kind of the same idea. So this is actually just pork skin that has been dehydrated and rolled. So it is the idea behind what rawhide should be. But everything that we carry is going to be minimally processed. There's not going to be any bleach, formaldehyde, or glue because those are gross things. We're not wanting to put anything like that into our dogs. So we definitely look to make sure that we've got the more natural versions of everything. But we understand that people really like how long it lasts. So we've got a few different options as well. We have our traditional pig ears. And again, for dogs that may have allergies, we've gone ahead and brought in water buffalo ears as well. They look a little bit thinner because different animal, but I found that they actually seem to last a little longer, at least for my dogs. These, I guess, are just, the pig ears are so crunchy that they can kind of break it down a little bit. This takes a little bit more work. And again, great for a dog that maybe can't handle pork. So we've got plenty of options. We've got a few different biscuits. My favorite is the Everyday's Tooth Day. I'm a huge fan of functional treats, so something that's going to be really beneficial while they're chewing or eating. So this one has parsley and charcoal in it, so it's going to go ahead and help get rid of all of that gross breath. It's really good for dogs with sensitive stomachs as well, because the charcoal will actually go ahead and help absorb any of that extra gross that they've eaten. And then, of course, we've got our bacon biscuits, because bacon, I mean, what's better than that? We do also have quite a few different fish options, mostly because I think they look really cool, and a lot of people don't know how much dogs like fish. So we've got a freeze-dried cod skin. Not a super long-lasting chew, but definitely something that's a lot of fun. Gives you a few minutes of some kind of really new experience for the dog to chew on. It's not something a lot of them have gotten a chance to have before. We've got freeze-dried salmon skin rolls. Everybody knows that salmon oil is really good for dogs. This is a great way to get it into them where they're having a little bit more enjoyment than just putting oil on the food. We also have these, which everybody walks in. They're like, oh my goodness, is that snake skin? It's actually air-dried cod skin. So it's gonna be the same thing as this, but processed in a slightly different way. So it's essentially just the entirety of the skin of the fish, and it's been dried to preserve it. There's nothing added, there's nothing extra. It's, again, not a super long lasting chew, but because it's a whole skin, it's gonna take a little while longer to get through. Another great way to get the omega fatty acids and the fish oils into dogs that maybe don't like having just something added on top. We do also have kind of the more traditional options. We've got some lamb ears and beef tracheas, which are a great chew for some dogs that kind of, they can work on it for a while. And then another one of our biscuits, it's a brand new one to us, is going to be the Tucker's Wag-Arounds. So I thought these were really cool when I saw them. They're just like little liver biscuits topped with bacon. Because again, who doesn't love bacon? Thanks for visiting the dog store in Delray and checking out our new chew bar. I love to make sure that everything on it is as up to date as possible. Anything new that comes out and hits the market that might be great to chew on for any of our dogs. Definitely come on in and check it out for everything that you knew you needed and lots of things you didn't know you wanted to chew on.